Hi, I'm Milton Rendell. Welcome to Real News Friday. Another solid week of sales recorded through the Real Estate Institute of West Australia. 593 sales, down a little bit, but still pretty consistent. Certainly better than we were a few weeks back when we were in the 200s, so that's an encouragement. The big one for the last week is the increase in land sales. Land sales are up 35%, and I think none of us would be surprised at that, considering the recent announcements. And I think that trend certainly will continue for a few months yet. We're certainly seeing more inquiry than we have before, and on properties that have been around for a while, because land has been very slow moving, which will be good overall, good for the building industry, good for employment, and it flows on from there. But as we all know, that's only aimed to be done for a short period, roughly around 6 months, and hopefully at the end of that we get some sustainability and things continue to progress. In terms of what's properties on the market, it's 11,319, so we're still around that 11,000 mark. It will be interesting if we get under that 11,000 mark. We are seeing sales being recorded on properties that have been on the market for some time. We've seen that around the Midland and Woodbridge areas and up into Swanview. So there's been really nothing wrong with the properties. It's just basically been the buyer supply demand. It's certainly started to shift now. There's less options, and these properties are starting to sell because the buy demand's up. And I think, as we've said in previous, we've had an increase in people to home opens, but we're also receiving more direct inquiry via phone and email. So things certainly in the positive. So for people who are thinking about selling, certainly a good time to consider it in this market. Rentals, just over 800 rentals last week, but that would have been influenced, so it's down slightly, but that would have been influenced by the previous long weekend, so that would have messed those statistics up. I would expect that'll go back up again. There's basically been more properties let in recent times, about 8% on the same time last year. So some pretty encouraging sign. We know there's a fair bit of political stuff happening around the world, and it's quite tragic. But we seem to be fairly independent of that, and things still seem to be clicking along. You've got to remember that Australia's not a big place, and some people would say it's a microeconomy. A microeconomy is adjust quicker to certain circumstances, and in West Australia we've certainly had some positive things said. Share market, who would imagine it would have gone up the way it has, though it hasn't fully recovered. We have seen some good increases overall in the last 2 months, and this week we've seen some fluctuations, but that's pretty standard. We'll probably see that. The reporting season for companies will come up in September. That'll certainly be an interesting time as well. But overall, we're seeing an improvement. Things certainly are better than they were previously. And as I've said to you before, if you are thinking about selling, give our team a call, and we'll happily sit down and discuss your needs going forward. In the meantime, check out realestateplus.com.au.